Hi, I'm Dr. Califf, and today I'd like to talk to you about how to copy a linked list. We're going to assume that we already have one linked list and we want to make a copy of it. And we want to do that working directly with the pointers or references. If you're not familiar with one of those two terms, they're essentially the same thing in this particular regard, a little bit different technically, and at some point I'll do a video on those two and how they're related to each other. But if I say pointer, just think reference if that's the one you're familiar with. This would be the code you would need to do a proper clone method in Java or C#, or a correct copy constructor or copy assignment operator in C++. I'm going to first talk a little bit about shallow versus deep copies in relation to linked lists. Here I have a linked list, and this is an example we're going to use throughout, just simple 4-item linked list. We might think that we could copy it simply by saying, okay, head 2 is going to be the beginning of my new list, and I'm just going to say head 2 gets head. Works for a lot of other things. The result here is that head and head 2 are both pointing at the same exact list. That's a shallow copy. Shallow copies have problems because we really just have one copy of the actual thing. If I make changes using head, the changes are still there with head 2 because head 2 was just pointing at the exact same list. In languages where I can delete lists, deleting one of them is deleting both of them. This can lead to dangling pointers in C++, which can be a pretty nasty memory error. What we want typically is going to be a deep copy. There are times when we want shallow copies, but they're very rare for something like a linked list. What would the deep copy look like? Again, we're starting with head and the 4 nodes. But this time, what we want to end up with is to have head 2 pointing at a totally different node with the same data, leading to totally separate nodes, but containing exactly the same data, having exactly the same structure as the original linked list. Let's walk through step by step how we actually do this. We're going to use diagrams to do this with a little pseudocode. My goal is that we walk through this and you will hopefully be comfortable writing this code for yourself in whatever language you need to write it in. To start with, we need to set things up. So we already have our first list. We need to set up the beginning of the new list. We do need a special case. If our head is null, then the new head 2 in our case, is also going to need to be null. And once we've set head 2 to null, we're done. We're going to need to create a new node with the same data as the node head is pointing at. This would look something like head 2 gets new node with head's data and null. If you're not familiar with that notation, it's probably because you don't know C++ or C. Think head.data if you're used to working in languages like Java or C# or Python. Once we have done that creation of the new node, we have this diagram. Now that we have our starting point, we need one more thing before we can get going, which is pointers to help us keep track of where we are in the list. Pointers or references. Anytime I say pointer, if you don't know what a pointer is, substitute reference. We're going to set these up to be pointing at the first node, but then we actually need to move cur1, the pointer in the original list, on to be at the next node. We can shortcut that and just set it up to be heads next instead of head to begin with. At this point, we have cur1 pointing at the next node we want to copy, and cur2 is pointing at the last node in our copied list, which will be right before the new node needs to go. This sets us up perfectly for our next step, which is to make cur2's next point at the new node with the data cur1 is pointing at. Once we've done that, we have something that looks like this. We now need to move our pointers along so that they're ready for us to copy the next node. We shift the pointers, we add the next node. in the same exact way. Shift the pointers again, and then we can add a node corresponding to the data cur1's pointing at now, and we have actually copied our whole list. What we have so far is just a process to copy a 4-node list. But of course, I don't want to be able to copy a 4-node list. I want to be able to copy a list with just 1 node, a list with 1,000 nodes, a list with 3,000 nodes. And I can do that all with the same code, except that I have to have a loop. So to build my loop, I have 2 things I need to figure out. We need to figure out the repeated steps. What are we doing over and over again? What goes in the loop? And then we need to figure out how to make the loop stop when we're finished copying the list. So for the repeated steps, I'd like for you to think back, pause if you need to, and decide what the repeated steps should be. And you might want to think about what order should they be done in as well. I hope you've thought it through. My take on this is that we make a new node and then we move the 2 pointers or references to the next nodes in the list. So now we need to think about stopping the loop. Because right now we don't have a great way to stop the loop. We could stop it as is, but then we also haven't quite repeated everything. If we have 2 steps, make a new node, move the pointers, well, we did the make a new node at the end of our process, but we haven't moved the pointers yet. Let's move the pointers. At the end of this, we'll notice that cur1 became null, and that's our key. If cur1 is null, we've run out of nodes to copy, so we must be done copying. Given that, let's go ahead and quickly put together a little pseudocode for the loop. While cur1 is not null, create a new node with cur1's data pointed at by cur2's next. Then we need to move cur1 and we need to move cur2. If we've got the setup pieces, set up that initial node, set up cur1 and cur2, followed by this loop, we've got it. And you should be able to translate that to whatever language you're trying to do this in. Before I go, I want to talk a little bit about the key to success with linked lists and pretty much any other linked data structure. Draw every single step. Whiteboards are good for this. They're probably the best tool there is. If you really like to do things online, you can check out my online tool. It's linked from the About in my YouTube channel, as well as in the description in this video. Now, for this to work, you've got to know the name of each pointer and data value in the diagram. Remember, pointer could also be a reference. In the diagrams, we cannot tell the difference. And you have to know how the diagram will change with each assignment statement, because it's only the assignment statements that are actually going to change your linked list in any other way. But once you know these 2 things, if you will be disciplined and you will draw every single step, the result of every single assignment statement, you will be able to do anything with linked lists. It may feel tedious sometimes, but it's way better than having code that doesn't work and you don't know why it doesn't work because you didn't draw every step. So I would encourage you, work on that concept. If you're struggling with linked lists at all, work on making yourself draw every step for everything you're doing, and you will see that it helps. And this is not just for linked lists. It can work for trees. It can work for a lot of things. Just know how the diagram works and have the patience to draw it out, and you'll find that you can get to the point where you're much more comfortable with these linked data structures. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of this. If you did, feel free to tell a friend who's struggling with linked lists about it. And of course, I always appreciate a like or subscribe. Gotta keep YouTube's algorithm happy. Hope to see you next time.